For decades, walking has been celebrated as the gold standard for staying healthy, especially for those over 70. It's simple, accessible, requires no special equipment, and can be done almost anywhere, whether it's a stroll through the park, a loop around the neighborhood, or even pacing indoors. But what if I told you that doctors are now issuing a surprising warning? Relying solely on walking as your primary form of exercise could be accelerating aging rather than slowing it down. While walking is undeniably beneficial for cardiovascular health, mental well-being, and basic mobility, it's not enough to meet the complex needs of your body as you age. After 70, your body requires a more comprehensive approach to maintain muscle strength, protect joint health, ensure balance, and preserve overall vitality. Overdependence on walking while neglecting other essential forms of movement can lead to muscle loss, joint wear, increased risk of falls, and a gradual decline in independence, all of which can profoundly impact your quality of life and ability to live actively. Experts now strongly recommend that after age 70, you shift your focus from walking as your sole exercise and prioritize 5 critical practices instead. These practices form the foundation for maintaining strength, energy, mobility, and independence well into your later years, helping you live not just longer, but better. In this detailed guide, we'll explore these 5 essential areas, diving deep into why they matter, how they work, and how you can incorporate them into your daily routine with practical, beginner-friendly steps. These changes, though simple, can transform your physical health, enhance your mobility, strengthen your bones, reduce pain, and potentially add years to your life. Stay with me until the end because the final practice is something rarely discussed in mainstream health advice, but plays a pivotal role in your long-term health and longevity. Before we begin, if you find this information valuable, please type 1 in the comments to let me know you're here. If it's not helpful, type 0 so I can improve future content. Let's dive into the 5 practices that will redefine how you approach health after 70. 1. Strength training to combat muscle loss and preserve independence. Walking is a fantastic way to keep your legs active, promote cardiovascular health, and enjoy fresh air, but it falls significantly short when it comes to building or maintaining muscle mass, which is critical for staying strong and independent after age 70. As you age, a condition known as sarcopenia, the gradual age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, becomes one of the most significant threats to your ability to live independently. Sarcopenia isn't just about feeling weaker. It can make everyday tasks like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, lifting household items, getting up from a chair, or even opening a stubborn jar increasingly challenging. Over time, this muscle loss can lead to frailty, reduced mobility, a higher risk of falls, and even difficulty performing basic self-care tasks. Walking primarily engages the lower body muscles, such as your calves, quadriceps, and hamstrings, but it doesn't provide the resistance needed to challenge muscles throughout your body, including your arms, back, shoulders, and core. This is why doctors now emphasize strength training as a non-negotiable priority for older adults to counteract muscle loss, improve balance, enhance stability, and prevent injuries that could compromise your independence. Consider the story of Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher who walked for 30 minutes every morning, believing it was the key to staying healthy. She enjoyed her walks, which kept her heart healthy and her mood lifted. But over time, she noticed that simple tasks were becoming harder. Carrying a heavy grocery bag left her arms aching, standing up from a low couch required effort, and lifting her grandchild felt nearly impossible. At first, Margaret attributed these struggles to the inevitable effects of aging, but her doctor explained that sarcopenia was the culprit, and it accelerates when muscles aren't challenged with resistance exercises. Margaret began a simple strength training routine starting with bodyweight exercises like chair squats and wall push-ups, then progressing to using resistance bands and light 2-pound dumbbells. Within 3 months, she noticed a remarkable transformation. She felt stronger, more stable, and had more energy for daily activities. Tasks like carrying her groceries, climbing stairs, or playing with her grandchild became easier, and she regained a sense of confidence in her physical abilities that she hadn't felt in years. Strength training doesn't mean you need to join a gym, invest in expensive equipment, or lift heavy weights like a bodybuilder. It can be as simple as using your own bodyweight resistance bands or household items like water bottles, canned goods, or small bags of Rice's weights. The key is progressive resistance, gradually increasing the challenge to keep your muscles engaged and growing stronger over time. For example, you might start with seated leg lifts, holding onto a chair for support, and progress to standing squats without assistance. Other effective exercises include bicep curls, with light weights starting with 1 to 3 pounds wall push-ups to strengthen your arms and chest, seated rows with a resistance band to target your back, and pelvic tilts to engage your core. Aim to work all major muscle groups, legs, arms, back, shoulders, and core 2 to 3 times per week with sessions lasting 10-15 minutes. If you're new to strength training, start slowly, focus on proper form to avoid injury, and consult a doctor or physical therapist to ensure your exercises are safe for your health condition, especially if you have conditions like arthritis or heart disease. The benefits of strength training extend far beyond just building muscle. Research from institutions like the National Institute on Aging shows that maintaining muscle mass is directly linked to better mobility, improved cognitive function, a stronger immune system, and a longer life expectancy. Strong muscles also support your joints, reducing strain and preventing injuries like sprains, strains, or fractures. Additionally, strength training can boost metabolism, improve bone density, and enhance mental health by reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression. To assess your current muscle strength, try this simple test. Sit in a standard chair about 17-19 inches high and stand up without using your hands for support. If you can do this easily and smoothly, your muscle strength is in good shape and you're on the right track. If you struggle, need to push off with your hands, or feel unsteady, it's a clear sign that your muscles need attention. The good news is that it's never too late to start. Studies have shown that even adults in their 80s and 90s can rebuild muscle mass and strength with consistent, gentle effort. By prioritizing strength training, you're not just preserving your physical abilities, you're investing in your independence, confidence, and ability to enjoy life's daily activities, from gardening to playing with loved ones, for years to come. If you're finding this information helpful, please comment one below to let me know you're following along. 2. Balance and stability exercises to prevent falls and boost confidence. Walking is excellent for keeping you moving and supporting cardiovascular health, but it doesn't necessarily improve your balance, which is critical for staying safe and independent after age 70. Falls are one of the leading causes of serious injuries among older adults, often resulting in fractures such as hip fractures, hospitalizations, or a permanent loss of mobility and independence. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, falls are responsible for over 3 million emergency room visits annually among older adults, and many of these incidents could be prevented with proper balance training. Surprisingly, many falls occur not because of weak legs, but due to poor balance, which can make even a small misstep, like tripping over a rug, stepping off a curb, or navigating uneven ground, potentially dangerous. If you're not actively training your balance, you may be increasing your risk of trips, stumbles, or falls without even realizing it, which could significantly impact your physical and emotional well-being. You might assume that walking regularly means your balance is fine, but balance is a specific skill that declines naturally with age unless you work to maintain it. Walking engages large muscle groups in your legs, such as your quadriceps and hamstrings, but it doesn't challenge the small, stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, hips, and core that are essential for keeping you steady in dynamic situations. Weak balance can turn a minor misstep into a fall that takes months or even years to recover from, both physically and emotionally, as the fear of falling can lead to reduced activity and social isolation. Consider the example of John, a 75-year-old retired engineer who prided himself on staying active with daily walks around his neighborhood. One day, while crossing a street, he lost his balance on an uneven sidewalk and nearly fell, catching himself just in time. The incident left him shaken and cautious, prompting him to consult his doctor. His doctor recommended a series of balance exercises, including standing on one foot, walking heel to toe in a straight line, and practicing controlled weight shifts. Within a month, John felt steadier, moved with greater confidence, and was less anxious about navigating uneven surfaces, crowded areas, or even simple tasks like stepping over a garden hose. Balance exercises are simple, require no special equipment, and can be done at home, in a park, or even while waiting in line at the store. Try standing on one foot for 10-15 seconds while holding onto a counter or chair for safety, then gradually reduce your reliance on support as you gain confidence and stability. Other effective exercises include walking in a straight line with one foot directly in front of the other, like walking on an imaginary tightrope, shifting your weight slowly from side to side to engage your hips, or standing on your toes for 5–10 seconds to strengthen your ankles. These movements strengthen the stabilizing muscles that keep you upright, improve coordination, enhance posture, and boost proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. Better balance also means faster reflexes, which can help you catch yourself if you trip or stumble, potentially preventing a serious injury. To test your balance, try this: stand near a counter or chair for safety and lift one foot off the ground, bending your knee slightly. Can you hold the position for 15 seconds without wobbling, swaying, or grabbing support? If this feels easy, your balance is in good shape and you're well positioned to stay safe. If you struggle, sway significantly, or need to hold on, it's a clear sign that your balance needs work. The good news is that balance improves quickly with regular practice, and even a few minutes a day, 5–10 minutes, 2 to 3 times per week, can make a significant difference. By incorporating balance exercises into your routine, you're not just preventing falls, you're building confidence in your ability to move safely through the world, whether you're stepping over obstacles, climbing stairs, navigating crowded spaces, or reaching for items on a high shelf. This newfound stability can empower you to stay active, social, and engaged in life. If you're still with me, please comment 2 below to share that you're finding this valuable. 3. Flexibility and mobility. Exercises to keep joints supple and pain-free. Walking keeps your legs moving and supports cardiovascular health, but it does little to maintain flexibility or joint mobility, both of which become increasingly critical after age 70. As you age, your joints naturally stiffen due to changes in connective tissue's reduced production of synovial fluid, which lubricates joints, and decreased elasticity in muscles and tendons. This can make tasks that once felt effortless, like reaching for a high shelf, turning to check your blind spot while driving, bending to tie your shoes, or even getting out of a car, feel restricted, stiff, or even painful. Many people dismiss these changes as an inevitable part of aging, but flexibility loss is often a result of not using your joints through their full range of motion, which walking alone doesn't address. Without regular flexibility exercises, you risk losing mobility, experiencing chronic stiffness, and increasing your reliance on others for daily tasks. Take the example of Linda, a 77-year-old retired nurse who walked daily to stay active and enjoy her neighborhood. Despite her commitment to walking, she began noticing increasing stiffness when getting out of bed in the morning, reaching down to pick up dropped items, or turning her head to look over her shoulder. She thought this was just part of getting older, but her doctor explained that walking alone doesn't stretch muscles or maintain joint flexibility, which are essential for keeping joints healthy and movements fluid. Linda started incorporating gentle stretches into her daily routine, including neck rotations, shoulder rolls, knee-to-chest stretches, hip circles, and ankle rolls. Within a few weeks, she felt looser, moved with greater ease, and noticed significant improvements in her posture and overall comfort. Simple tasks like putting on a jacket, gardening, reaching into the backseat of her car, or even tying her shoes became smoother and less painful, giving her a renewed sense of freedom and confidence in her body's capabilities. Flexibility exercises don't require advanced yoga skills, a gym membership, or intense stretching sessions that push your limits. Dynamic movements such as arm circles, leg swings, gentle spinal twists, or hip rotations can keep joints lubricated and muscles pliable, promoting blood flow and reducing stiffness. Static stretches like holding a hamstring, stretch side bend, or shoulder stretch for 15–30 seconds are also highly effective for improving flexibility and range of motion. Aim to stretch all major muscle groups: neck, shoulders, back, hips, legs, and ankles, at least 2 to 3 times per week for 5–10 minutes per session. For example, try a seated forward bend to stretch your hamstrings, a gentle chest opener to loosen your shoulders, or ankle circles to keep your feet and ankles mobile. These exercises improve circulation, reduce aches and pains, lower the risk of falls by enhancing coordination, and help maintain posture, making daily activities feel more natural and less strenuous. To test your flexibility, try this: stand up straight and slowly turn your head to one side, then the other, as if checking over your shoulder while driving. Does the movement feel smooth and comfortable? Or do you notice tightness, discomfort, or limited range? Next, try bending forward to touch your knees or toes, keeping your knees slightly bent if needed to avoid strain. If you feel restricted, experience stiffness, or can't reach as far as you used to, it's a sign that your flexibility is declining and needs attention. The good news is that just a few minutes of daily stretching, ideally 5 to 10 minutes in the morning or evening, can make a significant difference in how your body feels and moves. Greater flexibility means fewer aches, better posture, improved circulation, and easier movement, allowing you to stay active, independent, and pain-free for years to come. By prioritizing flexibility, you're ensuring that your joints remain supple and your body stays capable of handling life's daily demands with ease. If this resonates with you, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still here. 4. Core and posture exercises to protect your spine and enhance stability. Walking engages your legs and promotes cardiovascular health, but it does little to strengthen your core or improve your posture, both of which are critical for overall health and stability after age 70. Your core, the muscles in your abdomen, lower back, pelvis, and hips, serves as the foundation for stability, spinal health, and proper alignment. A strong core helps maintain good posture, prevents lower back pain, reduces the risk of falls by improving balance, and supports efficient movement in daily activities. Without regular core exercises, you may notice slouching, rounded shoulders, persistent lower back discomfort, or difficulty standing upright for extended periods, all of which can strain your joints, increase your risk of injury, and make you appear older than you feel. Consider Robert, a 74-year-old retired accountant who walked daily to stay active and enjoy his local park. Despite his commitment to walking, he began experiencing rounded shoulders and nagging lower back pain, especially after sitting for long periods or standing for extended times at family gatherings. He assumed these were unavoidable signs of aging, but his doctor explained that poor posture was putting unnecessary pressure on his spine and joints, exacerbating his discomfort and increasing his risk of imbalance. Robert started incorporating simple core exercises into his routine, such as seated pelvic tilts, standing posture, resets, gentle abdominal bracing, and side-to-side weight shifts. Within a few weeks, he noticed a significant reduction in back pain, stood taller with less effort, and felt more confident in his movements. He also found that breathing became easier as a strong core supports better lung expansion and overall respiratory function, which improved his energy levels and stamina. Core exercises don't require a gym-specialized equipment or complex movements that feel intimidating. Try standing tall against a wall, ensuring your head, shoulders, and hips touch the surface to practice proper posture alignment and engage your core. Other effective exercises include seated leg lifts to target your lower abs, gentle spinal twists to engage your obliques or abdominal bracing, tightening your core muscles as if preparing for a light punch. These movements strengthen the deep stabilizing muscles that support your spine, improve balance, enhance posture, and even aid digestion by supporting internal organs. Aim to do core exercises 2 to 3 times per week for 5 to 10 minutes per session, starting with gentle movements and progressing as you gain strength and confidence. For example, you might begin with 5 to 10 pelvic tilts while lying down or sitting, then add standing exercises like side bends or torso rotations as you feel more comfortable. To test your core strength and posture, stand against a wall with your back flat and your head, shoulders, and hips aligned against the surface. Can you hold this position comfortably for 30 seconds without straining, slouching, or feeling discomfort? If it's challenging or feels unnatural, it's a sign that your core and posture need work. A strong core not only reduces strain on your spine and joints, but also enhances your appearance, making you look and feel more youthful, confident, and capable. By prioritizing core strength, you're protecting your spine, improving stability, and ensuring that every movement from sitting to standing to walking feels smoother, more controlled, and less taxing on your body. If you're finding this helpful, please comment 4 below to let me know you're following along. 5. Joint protection and low-impact movements to reduce strain and enhance mobility. Walking is often considered a low-impact exercise compared to high-intensity activities like running or jumping. But when it's your only form of movement, it can still place repetitive stress on your joints, particularly after age 70. As you age, cartilage naturally thins. Joint fluid, synovial fluid decreases, and your body's ability to absorb shock diminishes, leading to stiffness, aching knees, hips, ankles, or feet, even in active individuals. Many people assume joint pain is an unavoidable part of aging, but discomfort often worsens when joints aren't properly supported or strengthened through targeted exercises. Walking's repetitive motion, especially on hard surfaces like concrete or asphalt, can exacerbate joint wear without complementary activities to nourish and protect your joints, leading to chronic pain and reduced mobility. Take Mary, a 76-year-old retired librarian who walked daily believing it was the best way to stay healthy, active, and independent. Over time, she noticed increasing stiffness in her knees and discomfort in her hips after her walks, which left her feeling sore rather than energized. She initially thought this was a normal part of aging, but her doctor explained that the repetitive impact of walking, combined with a lack of joint-supporting exercises, was contributing to her joint pain. Mary began incorporating low-impact activities into her routine, such as gentle swimming at her local community pool, stationary cycling at home, and chair-based stretches. Within a few weeks, her joint pain decreased significantly, and she moved with greater ease and comfort, rediscovering the joy of physical activity without the nagging discomfort that had begun to overshadow her walks. Low-impact movements, such as water aerobics, Tai Chi stationary cycling, or gentle stretching, are ideal for protecting your joints while keeping you active and mobile. Water-based exercises like swimming or water walking provide resistance to strengthen muscles while cushioning joints, making them perfect for those with arthritis, joint pain, or limited mobility. Tai Chi, with its slow-flowing movements, enhances balance, flexibility, and joint mobility, while also promoting relaxation and mental clarity. Chair-based exercises such as seated leg extensions, ankle rolls, gentle knee lifts, or hip circles are excellent for those with balance concerns or limited mobility, as they allow you to strengthen joints without putting stress on sensitive areas. These activities increase blood flow to your joints, improve lubrication, and strengthen the muscles that support your joints, like the quadriceps for your knees or glutes for your hips, reducing stiffness and preventing further wear. Aim to incorporate low-impact movements 2 to 3 times per week, starting with 10 to 15 minutes per session, and adjusting based on your comfort level and physical condition. To test your joint health, try this sit in a standard chair about 19 inches high and stand up slowly without using your hands for support. Do your knees, hips, or ankles feel smooth and pain-free during the movement? Or do you notice stiffness, aching, or discomfort? If you experience any pain or difficulty, it's a sign that your joints need more care and attention. By prioritizing low-impact movements, you're not just avoiding pain, you're preserving your mobility, protecting your independence, and ensuring that every step you take feels comfortable, confident, and effortless. Joint health is about more than just reducing discomfort. It's about maintaining the freedom to move easily, engage in activities you love, and enjoy life to the fullest now and in the years ahead. If you're still here, please comment 5 below to let me know you're engaged with this content. Final thoughts: take control of your health and thrive. After 70, as we conclude this comprehensive guide, take a moment to reflect on the 5 essential practices we've explored. Strength training to preserve muscle mass and strength balance exercises to prevent falls and boost confidence. Flexibility work to maintain joint mobility and reduce stiffness, core strengthening to protect your spine and enhance stability, and low-impact movements to reduce joint strain and enhance mobility. If walking has been your only form of exercise, you may be missing critical components of health that keep you strong, mobile, pain-free, and independent after age 70. Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down, losing your independence, or living with chronic discomfort. With small intentional changes to your daily routine, you can maintain or even improve your strength balance, flexibility, posture, and joint health, ensuring that you live actively, confidently, and vibrantly for years to come. Which of these 5 areas resonates with you the most, and where do you feel you need to focus your efforts? Have you noticed changes in your strength, balance, flexibility, posture, or joint health that you'd like to address? Take a moment to share one thing you learned from this guide and how you plan to apply it in your life by leaving a comment below. For example, you might commit to trying a balance exercise, like standing on one foot for 10 seconds each morning, adding a few minutes of stretching to your evening routine, or starting with chair-based strength exercises twice a week. Your feedback not only helps us understand what matters to you, but also inspires us to create more content that informs, motivates, and empowers you to live your healthiest, most fulfilling life. If you found this guide helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with friends, family, or others who might benefit from these insights. Your support allows us to continue providing valuable resources to help you thrive at any age. Thank you for reading, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next guide.